there are 5 decisions that only you can make in life, no? That no other person can make for you, even your parents, no, your wife, no.
Sa personal,
Uh,
yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, number one is the attitude of gratitude. Yun yung first step. And this is in sequence, no? Para sa akin, hindi mo pwedeng i-break yung sequence. So you have appreciation for what you have and all the blessings that you get from the Lord, no, or whoever you believe in, no. Then you will start to develop the second. It's easier for you to determine your second step, no. Your second decision is why are you doing it or what's your purpose? O yung why mo. Kasi a lot of people struggle, no, finding their whys because yung una, wala yung attitude of gratitude, di ba? This is my life story, no? Kaya I'm confident in say, kumbaga, binabalikan ko lang yung nangyari sa buhay ko. And, these are the decisions that, turned my life around, no?
Welcome to Why Did You, the show where we uncover the powerful stories of Filipinos around the world who rose beyond limits and made a mark through their journey. This is not just about success, it's about the struggles, the sacrifices, the turning points, and the faith that shape who they are today. Because behind every achievement is a story worth learning from and a journey worth sharing. Get ready to be inspired, to reflect, and to discover the reason behind their journey. This is Why Did You?
Welcome to another episode of Why Did You with Arnel Arieta. Every successful brand starts long before the logo, the menu, or the stores. It starts with a decision to take a risk, to bet on yourself, and to keep going when nothing is guaranteed. Today on Why Did You, we sit down with a Filipino entrepreneur who helped turn a simple food idea into one of the most recognizable comfort food brands in the Philippines, Buffalo Wings and Things. This is not just a story about wings. This is a story about how it started, what it took to build the habits behind the growth, and the vision that keeps pushing forward. Please welcome our guest, Mr. Romel Nang. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all our viewers and listeners of Why Did You with Arnel Arieta. And now our guest for today is none other than Mr. Romel Nang of Buffalo Wings and Things. Kamusta po, Sir Romel?
Ito naman po. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me in this podcast.
It's an honor, it's our pleasure na nandito po kayo sa amin tonight or today. Very inspirational po yung journey niyo, Sir Romel. Marami pong matutuwa at may inspire dito sa istorya ni Sir Romel. I'm not going to do any long story or anything. Please tell us some little background of yourself.
Well, again, no, good day to everyone. I'm happy to be here sharing the story, given an opportunity to pay it forward. So thank you very much for having me. I was born in Valenzuela. At that time, Valenzuela, in
Oh,
1972, I was born in 1972. So, and then now it's known as
okay.
Batubong Valenzuela po ako. And my mom is from Bataan. My dad
Ah,
is lumaki and born and raised in Valenzuela City. What's known now as General T. De Leon or Karuhatan, no? The general area is Karuhatan, but it's mga angkan na mga tubong Valenzuela talaga. No? So anyways, I studied in Chinese school in elementary. And then I moved to Notre Dame in Caloocan for high school. No? So in elementary, I went to Philippine Buddhist St. Juan Memorial Institute in Malabon because my lolo is a first generation migrant from China. So he's the
wow.
original, he's the OG restaurateur in the family. No? Siya yung nagtayo ng restaurant in the 1950s or late 50s up to 1990s bukas siya no, sa Valenzuela for those who are from Valenzuela, particularly from Marulas or BBB as it is known, sa tapat ng San Miguel Brewery, yan yung aming restaurant ng araw. Yung aming
Ano po
pansiteria.
pangalan ng restaurant ulit?
Delia's Restaurant. So for those who been alive no, nung mga panahon na yan hanggang noong 1990s, yan, nandyan yan. It's a landmark. In fact, when you ride the jeepney
I
from
know.
other points, you can say actually BBB or Delia's. No? So
Delia's,
so anyways,
landmark talaga.
yeah. And growing up, literally, I grew up in a restaurant. No? We were sleeping upstairs. No? Most of the time, especially during weekends pag walang school. No? And then sa baba, Doon yung aming pansiteria ng lolo ko. So, I guess that's where I got my first exposure to the business and to the food industry. And then eventually for college, I went to university. I was blessed to be given an opportunity to go to the University of the Philippines in Diliman. But I took up, at the time, wala naman akong interest to be in the restaurant industry. So I took up mass communications, journalism. So I wanted to
Oh.
be a writer. I wanted to be a journalist and broadcaster. But I think I was in third year college when I had to work, be a working student. So I worked in Jollibee Monumento Grand Central. That's where I
Oh.
became a service crew. SM Grand Central na. But before it was
Isa sa
Jol-
pinaka-busy
Ebros.
Jollibee po yon, Sir Romel, no? Ang
Yeah, number
Jollibee
one.
Grand
Yeah, that was the
Central.
number
Yes.
one.
Yeah.
At the time, that was the number one branch of Jollibee. Ang Jollibee noon was about just 200 stores. 1992 yan, if I'm not mistaken. Rekindle, I would say that the interest in the restaurant industry got rekindled. So I decided to, after graduation, I decided to proceed and work as in Jollibee as a management. So I think yun
Okay.
yung early stages. Well, my dad was a public servant. No? He was a policeman, and my mom was a cashier in the restaurant of my lolo, but also an entrepreneur in her own right. No? She was into buying, selling things, jewelry, PX goods, imported goods, marami. So she took the opportunity of being the cashier in the restaurant and said, while doing that, she was selling. No? Masipag yung nanay ko eh. So, but at night, we also had to tend to the pigs. No, we had pigs at home. She trained us well in terms of being responsible, no, and to help in the household. So, yan yung mga early
Ilan po kayo
experiences ko.
magkakapatid, Sir Romel?
Tatlo po kami. Tatlo kami
Tatlo po
magkakapatid.
kayo.
Actually, we have also a half brother in Canada. But the three siblings from Valenzuela, ako yung middle child. I'm a middle child.
So, and you were saying a while ago about Jollibee. I think that is a very good paid management training for you. Sir Romel, sabi mo nga, no, before Buffalo Wings and Things existed, where were you in life at that time? And what age did you start this? Financially, professionally, and mentally? What pushed you toward entrepreneurship? But I think may clue na ako eh. Kala lolo't lola eh. Go ahead, sir.
Well, looking back, I was actually, even the time when I was working in Jollibee, ang mindset mo kasi noon is to, just to, typical, no? Just to be employed in a good company. At that time, Jollibee was really growing fast, no? And then, you grab the opportunities. I was assigned to Jollibee International. One of the earliest stores were, believe it or not, or Romania and Vietnam. But for some reason, hindi ako natuloy and I was reassigned to business development and franchising. The first stages of my career in Jollibee, I was mostly operations, but I got exposed to business development and franchising. And then after that, I joined a US company, Outback Steakhouse. Outback Steakhouse in 1998. So I would say that also, well, Jollibee provided me with the fundamentals of systems, standards. Yun ang
Yes.
ano ng Jollibee. If you train in Jollibee, they're very good in terms of systems. No? Everything's efficient. Fast food is known for that, no? McDonald's and Jollibee for that matter. So I believe that that's very good fundamentals in terms of how to run a systematic operations and standardized, operations. The love for the kitchen came from Outback Steakhouse because there I was given an opportunity to train in the US in Virginia Beach, 1998, and we stayed there for almost 6 months. And we did everything from dishwashing to the core of the turning point for me was the prep duty, because I learned how to cook, I learned how to prep, I learned how to make things from scratch, and I think it was a different perspective of a restaurant from what it rekindled my understanding from my early days with my lolo, where they had to prep everything from scratch. No? It's not saying that fast food is easy, but in fast food, the kitchen is just, everything is just heating up. Right? But dito sa Outback Steakhouse, it was more of understanding the kitchen, and basically I can say that falling in love. No, dun sa passion of doing things from scratch and attention to quality. As they call it in Outback, it's serious food and then concentrated service. So I learned all of those things. I'm blessed that I have to mention to give thanks to Mr. William Stelton, who was, I think he's the founder and one of the shareholders of Bistro Holdings in the Philippines. They brought TGI Fridays, Talianis, and Outback
Oh, okay.
Steakhouse. So imagine they were investing in our training in the States, spending
Correct.
for our training. It's very interesting you mentioned earlier, and I truly believe that, that as an employee, someone's, allowing you to learn while also paying you. Ano yan eh,
Yes.
para kang you're doing a masteral or business school. So I was blessed to have done that for Jollibee, Outback Steakhouse. And to answer your question, ang pinakaimportanteng ipo-point out ko is that I actually started being a business person before Buffalo's, and I failed.
Mhm.
I after Outback, I ventured into catering, and I failed miserably. I thought I was ready, so I failed
Yeah.
miserably. A lot of that taught me a lot of lessons that I applied when the opportunity for Buffalo's Wings and Things came in 2009. I was more prepared.
2009. So
Oo.
Romel, I was listening to what you're telling us, and I want to say this. You are born for this. It is embedded in your DNA when it comes to food. From your lolo, to your parents, and to you. Ayun na eh. Yung line, yung destiny mo or your fate. I believe that you are really going in the right direction. And the Jollibee, the Outback, it's a paid management training, and the Outback completed it like an actual MBA program. But you started your business and you said you miserably failed. I just want to go back there for a while. Nung sinabi mo na I failed miserably, masakit po, di ba? But I want you to explain to us what's the first thing that entered into your mind after you failed. The following day, ano pong ginawa nyo?
Craving something sweet, savory, and satisfying? Kuya Arnell's cooked sweet pork sausage is your new go-to. Fully cooked, perfectly seasoned, and made with love. Just heat, serve, and enjoy. Available now on Amazon. Taste the tradition.
I mean, I'm blessed to have experiences that doused cold water. It's not also a good thing if you're not properly guided. No, you try to
Correct.
persist. The financial realities, of course, you have to wala na eh. Diba? You're in debt. You have to pay for that. You have to work again as an employee. That's the only way I know how to recover first. Hindi naman pwedeng negosyo ulit agad, no? So I got employed, and one of my mentors from Jollibee remembered me and called me up. No, amazing story that after I prayed hard, no, the next day they answer agad, and she called me and she wanted me to get interviewed in, Shakey's Pizza. At that time, Shakey's was in their turnaround period, no, from being really
Uh-huh.
affected by the fast food giants. They started their climb back, and now, as we all know, they've already succeeded, and now they're a public company, in fact. So during that time, blessed ako na to be there when the turnaround was happening. A lot of things that I learned. Yung importante is for you to realize that you have to recover, you have to
Yes.
stand up and slowly, hindi biglaan, no, you can't expect to recover everything. You have
Yes.
to
Yes.
pay for your debts and earn, be more thrifty, be wiser with your money, and honor your commitments, no, kasi ako, I can proudly say
Yes.
that wala naman ako iniwang commitments kahit nung nalugi yung
Mhm.
una kong venture.
Business.
And then you don't burn bridges also. You honor your commitments the same way you also continue to build relationships, no? So when I recovered, I didn't expect to be doing business again, no? Napaso ako eh.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't want to, parang it's always comfortable to have salary on the every 15th and 30th of the month. So, and then my corporate career in the restaurant industry was ano naman, going well, no? I became a director, and et cetera, et cetera. But yun yung comfort zone, no? Magiging komportable ka because okay na. I
Okay
mean,
na
my
ulit.
business,
Yeah.
you will even tell yourself, my business is myself. Okay na, hindi na ako magnenegosyo. But as fate would have it, you will have friends who will be instruments of the Lord to bring you to your dream, no? So,
That's
nag-consult
really true,
sila.
no?
Yeah. Nayaya
It
ako
was really
magnegosyo
true.
ulit.
Go ahead.
Nayaya ako magnegosyo ulit, and then, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that my friends, my former colleagues, who appreciated the help that I provided to them, and they opened their own restaurant that they had to close. And they, after closing down, they wanted to open a new restaurant, but they wanted me to join them. So
Mhm.
they forced me to join them, and good thing, good thing. So if not, Buffalo Wings and things.
I'm so glad when you said about honor your commitments. Yung sinasabi nga ng tatay ko sa akin or sa amin, your only credit is your name. Masira ka, hindi ka makabayad sa utang mo. And that's the background that you really have to treasure on for the rest of your entire life, especially if you're in business. So, when you first started, Sir Romel, what were your real entrepreneurial assets? Was it capital, experience, your partner, or was it pure grit and belief?
I would say at that time, no, when Buffaloes was conceptualized, we were working together. Marami na akong experiences. Eh. And as mentioned earlier, the
Experience.
failures also help. So you're more
Mm.
mindful, you're more plated. Yung
You're
you
more
apply.
prepared na, no? More
Yeah, you're
prepared and
more prepared,
anticipated.
and then
Yeah, yeah.
it helps that my partners were equally ano rin, or if not more skilled than me, no? So may kanya-kanya kaming specialty, no. Hindi yun yung natutunan ko ron is finding the right partners, meaning it needs to be complementing. Hindi puwedeng
Mhm.
ano kayo magkokontrahan kayo in the end because you all have the same expertise. So
Yeah,
finding
correct,
the right
correct.
partner was the second, aside from my experiences in life and work. I had the right partners, and we had the right concept. No, the timing of the concept was perfect. At that time, there was no accessible and affordable American casual dining comfort food concept in the Philippines. No? If you want to eat in TGI Fridays, you'd have to shell out 750 pesos per person, and that at that time, 2009, malaki na yun, ano? Plate of wings would cost you about 425 pesos in Outback, maybe 400 pesos in TGI. So it was not accessible to the ordinary Filipino. So that was part of our mission to make American comfort food accessible to the ordinary Filipinos.
I'm so glad you brought it up about the American comfort food. And I was looking at your logo, and the color that you use are the red, white, and blue. That's why I said the branding per se is really US based or the concept from the
Yeah.
US. But I understand we're selling as a specialty the buffalo wings. But the name that came from. So who suggested this name, Sir Romel?
We were we were four in the group, friends from the industry. Apat kami. One is
Mm.
a chef, other one is specializes in back office like purchasing and systems and standards, and then another one, an American guy, who a friend of ours, more seasoned among all of us. He was our former
Mhm.
boss, and then me. We sat down and talked about it. We wanted something straightforward. Right now, if I tell you, no, baka magulat ka that if there's one thing that I would change is the name, no. Masyadong mahaba. No, Buffalo's Wings and Things, and then it's close to the competition like Buffalo Wild Wings,
I
etc.
know, I know.
So but it's here, and some people call us BWNT. Some people would call us simply Buffaloes. Some would call us Wings and Things. But
Uh-huh.
as the name implies, it's not just wings, no? And that's actually the truism of the brand. That's why it's Wings and Things. No? It's not just wings, but also other things that are comforting and craveable.
Wow. So that was the genesis of Buffalo Wings and Things. In the early days, what was harder than you expected? Managing money, operations, people, or managing yourself as a founder because you failed already? And then now there's this new company that you're a co-founder. Isn't that scary? Go ahead, sir.
Personally, the hardest thing to even up to now, no, is to go back into your comfort zone or complacency, or when things get difficult. Being an entrepreneur in the Philippines is very challenging. As you would know, no, the tolerance for price point is a moving dynamic. No, you have to really understand the market, inflation, cost of goods. Unbelievable. No, but we discovered that we thought that we will get our chicken locally, but it's not even viable. No? You have to get chicken from outside the country just because the
Yes.
local suppliers would prefer to supply the palengkes. Kasi the wet markets would pay them in cash. They don't have to cut up the chicken. So why would they supply restaurants? And the specs that you're looking for, the standards, the cuts, it's only imported. No, so these are the things that are hard. But I would say the most challenging for me was to always overcome my tendency to just go back to being employed. When offers come, like job offers, there's that tendency to consider to sell the company. Secondly, the time that you have to devote. Since I was hindi naman traumatized, no, but I learned the hard lessons during my first business failures. I refused to quit my day job. So I was still working, and then at night I will work in the restaurant. That's why yung Buffalo's, it started as a dinner only concept. Because two of us, Sunny and I, were employed during daytime. So we would open at 5 and be the servers and the managers. And and we did that, no, not expecting that we will expand. And then when we expanded, the second and third store were failures too. No, we closed them down eventually because we misunderstood the market that we're perfectionizing our products. So kala namin inuman eh. So we were putting our Buffalo Swiss and things in locations that are inuman places, no. But eventually, when we observed, we learned from our customers. We were really being visited because of our food. So we switched, we pivoted, and moved into the malls, and other family-oriented locations.
So parang kung merong inuman and your chicken, Shakey's Pizza na tayo nun pagka
Noong
hindi ba, with the chicken.
1990s. Actually, nakatulong sa akin yun kasi Shakey's also pivoted, no, from being an inuman place to when I was there. That's where I learned siguro the lesson. Thinking of it now, no, that they also switched to becoming a family restaurant. That's why nagkaroon ng Cowboy
Yes.
Grill. Hiniwalay nila yung inuman,
Mm.
nilagay sa Cowboy Grill, and then they refocused Shakey's as a family restaurant. So, most probably, doon ko rin na-pick up.
So Romel, we started 2009, correct?
Mhm.
Yung Buffalo. Yung second, hindi naman franchise tayo agad, di ba? On the second, is still corporate owned, no?
Yep.
When was that? What year was that? The second branch?
So he was very persistently asking us if he can franchise the Buffalo Swings and Things. And at that time, we had another concept, Chubby's Rib Shack, in Santa Rosa, Laguna. So up to now, open pa yung tindahan na yan, but we own it now. So that was the
Okay.
first franchise store. But going into serious franchising was not until 2015.
No, the reason why I ask is because when you had your first baby, the first restaurant, everybody's excited. But the second restaurant, I believe, is more exciting. It's because that's where you put everything again, your money, your time, your talent, and saan tayo ulit magtatayo? Tapos ito, saan ulit? Ito na yung pumapasok na yung long-term vision natin. And my question is, at what point did you realize this was no longer just a small food business, but a brand that needed a structure, systems, and long-term vision?
If you will allow me, I'll break down the elements of the question. No? Number one, because of our combined experience, we immediately know, no, alam namin that we're not just opening a restaurant, we're creating a brand, no? Because yung grupo namin, merong senior vice president dati, so may exposure kami, no? Yun nga yung bunga nung sinasabi mo kanina na you studied and get paid, no, while you were being employed. We know that it was a brand already, and we were very systematic, no, because yung galing kami sa industriya, so we started with systems in place, that's in place. But yung challenging part was, as I mentioned earlier, was the market insight, customer insight. Kami ganong eksperto ron. Our assumptions were very strong kasi pag galing ka sa industriya, you'd think that you know everything, right? So I think our learning curve was more on the how to position the brand properly after the feedback of the customers. So the turning point was I realized na dadami talaga when it succeeded in Mega Mall and Norte. Yun yung eye opener sa amin eh. They're not akala namin appetizer with drinks and they will just eat. Naghahanap talaga ng white rice, no. And that was a valuable insight because if people eat your food with rice, no, it means that they're already associating it as a normal fare, a standard thing
Mhm.
that they will eat every day, no? Which is very
Yes, yeah.
important. Imagine if you're in the mall, if people go to your store only on weekends with, and you know, you'd have 5 losing days and just 2 earning days, right?
Uh-huh.
So that gave us, I think, yung parati kong binabanggit, when you look for locations, you have to think of how much sales it will make on a Monday lunch.
Oh,
Yun
okay.
yung worst case
Monday lang.
scenario mo. Worst case
Yeah.
scenario mo yun. If you're confident na kahit Lunes ng tanghali, bebenta yan, then the location is good. Location
Galing,
is good.
galing. Galing.
Mm.
Wow. Totoo yun. Sa post-weekend, anong gagawin natin ng Lunes? That's why a lot of Filipino restaurant and stores here in the US, they're closed every Monday. That is the only time that they can have a day off. And everybody knows when it's Monday, wala po talaga masyadong benta. Wow, ang galing, ang galing.
Get your crunch on with Kuya Arnel's pork chicharrones. Crispy, airy, and exploding with flavor, this is the real deal snack you didn't know you needed. Grab yours on Amazon today.
As the company grew, how did your role change as a leader? What habits or mindsets, this is very important. What habits or mindsets did you have to let go of to scale properly?
'Di ba sabi ko nga, I failed yung una yung catering business. I think a lot of the
Mhm.
failure came from the fact that I changed my mindset. Nung empleyado ako, I was devoting, every hour, possible working hour to work, to my employers, So, whether it was in Jollibee, in Outback, or in Shakey's, Outback yung huli ko nun. I realized, well, in hindsight, I realized na I was devoting a lot of hours. But when it became my business, yan yung kataga na yung natutunan ko ng the hard way, no. Diba sometimes you say, I'll do my own business. I'll be my own boss. Hawak ko yung oras ko. Doon ako napunta sa trap na yun. I became less disciplined, no. I was, not really minding my time already. My schedules were not too strict, no. So parang nagpahinga ka. Ilang pera mo na, saka ka nagpahinga, no. So kasi there are 6 things, if you will allow me to share lang, no.
Go
Total
ahead.
yun
Yeah.
there are 5 decisions that only you can make in life, no?
Mhm.
That no other person can make for you, even your parents, no, your wife, no.
That's a personal,
Uh,
yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, number 1 is the attitude of gratitude. No? Yun yung first step. And this is in sequence, no? Para sa akin, hindi mo pwedeng i-break yung sequence. Once you have appreciation for what you have and all the blessings that you get from the Lord, no, or whoever you believe in, then you will start to develop the second. It's easier for you to determine your second step, no. Your second decision is, why are you doing it, or what's your purpose? O yung why mo. Kasi a lot of people
Your why.
struggle, no, finding their whys because yung una wala yung attitude of gratitude, di ba? This is my life story, no? Kaya I'm confident in say, kumbaga binabalikan ko lang yung nangyari sa buhay ko, and these are the decisions that turned my life around, no. So then when you find your why, your purpose in life, your purpose why you're doing your business or what you're preoccupied with, then you start seeing yourself being more disciplined, so to provide more employment, to secure your future and whatever it is, no, to share your blessings to others, because every day you wake up with a clear purpose, clarity of purpose. So I don't believe there's a word na hindi na dapat inimbenting yung phrase na self-discipline. Because pag wala namang ibang
Oo nga,
form
no?
of discipline, wala
Oo
namang
nga, no?
ibang form of discipline. If it's not from the self, then it's just mere compliance or obedience, di ba? So once you are thankful, you know your purpose, you have clear purpose, and then you have your discipline, then you can say that you can start committing to excellence, no. Mag-iiba na yung trajectory mo kasi you will be differentiated, whether it's your business or your work life, your career, no. People start noticing your remarkable traits. Madi-differentiate ka na because you're committed to excellence. And then lastly, standard mo. Yun yung Tagalog siguro, no, mataas yung standard. I always tell people, if you want to become an entrepreneur or if you want to succeed in life, taasan mo yung standard. Taas dapat yung standard mo sa may-ari ng negosyo, mas mataas yung standard sa boss mo. Because if if they know that they can trust you, then trust is the currency, one of the currencies of of
Yes,
business
yes.
and
Totoo yan.
life, no. So and then lastly, nation mo. And I'm telling you this from my own, again, I'm not telling another person's story. No. Number 5 is hindi ka na magtuturo sa iba. You take accountability. Even the worst scenario here in the Philippines, COVID, 'di ba? Iba yung level ng COVID restrictions dito.
Yeah,
So,
yes.
wala kang ano, hindi ka you just move forward and you ask yourself, okay, what can we do? You start, just analyzing things. You don't even worry about it. So, I guess yun yung mahabang sagot ko dun sa tanong mo because
Mhm.
if you talk about mindset is it can be unstable, it can change if it doesn't have the foundation. Yung 5 decision that you really have to make first.
Thank you, Sir Romeldo. I'm so glad that you shared it to me and to other people. Apply talaga natin yan, especially if you're an entrepreneur. And I like the last thing that you said. It's about accountability. There's nobody to blame except yourself. Totoo po yun, di ba? Ikaw gumawa nun eh. So you have to be accountable with your actions or decisions. Kopyahin ko po yan, Sir Romel. May bago
Oo, para
kayo
sa ating lahat
estudyante.
yan. Para sa ating lahat yan. Para sa lahat.
It's so different when you see things. Oh, your perspective, I believe, is different. Sa ibang tao, ito na eh. Pero sa'yo, hindi pa eh. There's always another way to do it, right? This is a very good question, Sir Mel. With so many food brands competing today, what do you believe truly sets Buffalo Wings and Things apart? And what are you not willing to compromise on as a leader?
Mhm. Siguro unahin ko yung what sets us apart. Our strategy speaks of our beliefs as well. No? Our commitment is to provide the best tasting, most enjoyable flavor experience with superior value any day of the week. No? So if you break that
Yun.
down, it already talks about commitment to quality, commitment to as mentioned earlier, no, to provide an avenue for ordinary Filipinos to enjoy, authentic American comfort food. No? We don't compromise quality for cost. No? Over the years, kahit nauso yung mga unlimited, nauso yung mga competition na iba, our commitments are broken down into commitments to our partners or our employees, commitments to our customers, commitments to our shareholders, and then commitments to communities. Ang acronym na ginagamit namin for all the commitments, no, in common is GIFTS or GIFTS. No? So for partners, let's say for example, it's growth and development, involvement, fun and fulfillment, teamwork, and then sharing the success. So sa
Wow.
customers, great food, so quality, ice cold beverages, commitment to, the same commitment of quality sa food, pareho din dapat sa beverages. And then you have fast serving time, yung letter F, no? As you know, wings are the reason why we did wings is mas mabilis lutuin niya kaysa sa leg quarters or drumstick.
Breast. Yes.
So, maliliit lang yung store namin, so kailangan mabilis yung So, fast serving time. And of course, we respect yung time ng tao, lalo kung lunch break lang, kailangan mabilis. No? And then, unahin ko yung S, kasi yung S is service that connects. No? It talks about why we chose to be casual dining, not fast food. No? It talks about engaging people. If you deliver all the four, then you will have tangible value of experience. Promo, presyo, I will always argue to hindi sa presyo tumitingin ang Pilipino, sa value. Kaya nga uso yung
sa
salita,
value.
napaka-unique ng salitang sulit eh. Sa Pilipinas yan, di ba? Ang Pilipino, they don't mind buying something of quality basta maganda yung value sa kanila. Kahit medyo mahal, sa maganda yung quality. Especially kung para sa pamilya na. So, I think that's the differentiation. No? And as a leader, evolution ko kasi yung life experiences ko nga pamana sa akin, values ng magulang ko. So I would say yung framework, no, and I will explain that kaya I answer in frameworks para replicable, magaya ng iba, ma-share natin sa iba. So the framework that I use is values to value. Meaning, anong mga core values ko as a leader will translate into value for myself, my family, and my people. Kasi, sinabi mo, one of my core values is commitment to excellence. Now, if you don't live it, you don't apply it, magiging tangible value yan sa buhay ng empleyado mo.
Yeah.
I'll give you a concrete example. During the height of the unlimited, o yung Unli Wings, yung mga sobrang daming nagkumaya na lahat, kung nag-compromise kami sa quality, owners, same Buffalo's ngayon.
Yeah.
I believe sarado na yan. Kasi we didn't stand our ground and, focus on what we believed in. So similarly, as a leader, if people start seeing you compromising your standards, hindi pa pwedeng double message eh. You cannot say, okay, let's focus on serving our customers and let's give them our best. Pero pagdating sa boardroom, you're making decisions that are diba? Focus on just making money, not delivering
Yes, yeah.
quality. So, people will
They
see
have to
through
go
that.
together.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, I think those are the values to value. Yun ang parati kong sineshare. No, values to value. Your core values must translate into something of value to you, your family, your community, and to your people also. Like, if you're an entrepreneur, hindi ka pwedeng mag-resign. Tama? Kung empleyado ka, kahit bukas pwedeng mag-resign. Bigyan kang 30 days, pwede ka na umalis. May swerte ka, meron ka pang terminal leave, meron ka pang,
Yes, Artex.
diba?
Oh,
How do I
oh,
liquidate the assets? How do I liquidate the
yes.
assets?
No.
So,
And let's go back a little bit doon sa sinabi niya na lahat nag-unli na. So that's why a lot of restaurants or stores na gumawa noon, they will close because meron laging cost. And yes, panalo lagi yung market or yung customers sa mga unli. But it's just a bandwagon na feature or temporarily. Tama pa yung sinabi yun. You have to
well,
stick with what you know and what's in your heart and it will mirror to your action.
mabash ako dahil I'm looking, maybe I might be misconstrued as looking down on other business models. Naroon. There are about 120 million Filipinos. Okay, so yung market mo. So if you're aligned with certain people, maybe 1 million of the 120 million, that's enough. Yung
Yes.
yung mga mahilig sa parang ganito, no? If you look at it from siguro para ma-simplify natin to prevent again, no, I don't want to be misconstrued to
Yeah.
be parang ano, no, criticizing other business models, and I respect all the competition, all the restaurateurs also. God bless us all. There's enough for us to share. But what I'm saying is that merong taong mahilig sa Levi's.
Mhm.
'Di ba? May taong mahilig sa ibang brand ng pantalon. So, parang gano'n din lang, no? So, it's just knowing who you are and trying to stand your ground and provide what you believe to be a good service to the Filipinos. Gano'n lang, no?
Yes.
Siguro para lang ma-qualify that I'm not criticizing.
Yes, yes,
Mahirap din yung negosyo na iba, but what I know is that ako personally, I go to restaurants who are actually serving good quality food. Mahilig ako sa masarap eh.
Masarap,
So,
yes.
andun sa restaurant, yung nakalagay sa restaurant ko na mission ng restaurant ko is to provide the best tasting. No? Unang-una siya, best tasting. No? Ako naniniwala ako yung masarap para sa Pilipino, ano yan, mataas yung valuation nila. Kasi ba, unang tanong, masarap ba? Hindi naman sinasabi, marami ba? Ang unang tanong, masarap ba?
Yes. Kung ano yung halaga ng pera mo, may katumbas halaga yan eh.
Crunchy, bold, irresistible. Habit crispy fried chicken skins brings the heat with real chicken and serious flavor. Low carb, high crunch. Snack smarter, snack habit. Find it now on Amazon.
Yep.
Wow, this is so exciting. Looking ahead, let's look to the future, Sir Romel. 5 to 10 years from now, what kind of company are you intentionally building, not just in size, but in culture and values? And I'm going to ask this also. And this is an exciting question. When are we going overseas? Go ahead, Sir Romel.
Yeah, well, overseas, in the works na siya. No? In fact, I don't want to preempt, but ako, even nung nasa ibang company pa ako, my attention has always been towards Southeast Asia. Kasi I believe that if you're a Filipino brand, you have to go Southeast Asia first. Kasi pareho ng culture, pareho ng dynamics, pareho ng behaviors, no? And then you can maybe aspire bigger from Southeast Asia to Asia. So, Indonesia, Cambodia, Vietnam, Malaysia, Thailand. That's why if you look at our sequence, and we started going heavy into franchising in 2015, Zamboanga. Yeah, because we wanted to understand if our Muslim brothers would appreciate our product. So, well accepted siya. So, ibig sabihin, if you open in Malaysia, if you open in Indonesia, similar yan sa Zamboanga. Mas similar ang Zamboanga sa Indonesia at Malaysia kaysa sa sa Luzon eh, di ba? So, gearing up talaga kami dyan, no? And ang maganda kasi is talagang yung product is customizable. We have sauces that we can develop for each market. No? But more than just buffaloes, we also meron din kaming in-import na brand from the US. It's Dickey's Barbecue Pit. So we brought it from Dallas. Filipinos are responding well to it. And then we have a Burmese restaurant, which actually is operating in Palo Alto, no, California. Dinala namin sa Festival Mall naman sa Alabang, no? Rangoon Ruby ang pangalan niya. So it's both ways. So if we see concepts from the US or other parts of Asia that are Japan, Taiwan, Korea that are going to be good for the Filipinos, we will also do that.
Wow, I'm so excited when I see your guys are growing. So this is gonna be one of the group companies in the future. Several brands, one company. Ang galing ng Pilipino talaga when it comes to business. I truly believe that there's this business acumen in every Filipino. Sabi ko nga dati, yung nagtitinda ng balot, nagtitinda ng fishball, yung nagtitinda ng pizza sa daan, entrepreneur po yon, but in a smaller scale. There's risk, there's talent, there's experience, and there's this thing inside entrepreneur's heart that you cannot really stop. So,
Yeah, it's akin, it's emanating from the fact na makapamilya kasi tayo. We want to provide for our family. So kahit ano gagawin natin. So ako, ang advocacy ako nga is more on helping to provide free education, training to people who have the skills, the knowledge, the talent, and then they just lack the the exposure to systems and standards. So I think that's where it aligns also. So yun naman yung ginagawa ko for Resto Coach. I also do a certain module for for Go Negosyo,
that's nice.
entrepreneurial mindset, and then recently I collaborated with Mr. Chinkitan last Saturday. So
Oh,
he's going to put out an episode similar to what we're doing right now.
thank you. Naku, ang galing. Hindi, dapat naman talaga pagka maganda yung binabalita, sinasabi sa buong mundo eh. Hindi po
Tama
ba?
po.
Especially marami tayong matututunan sa mga taong katulad nyo. Very seasoned, very experienced, Filipino with a dream. Gayahin po natin yung ganitong mga klaseng Pilipino. Looking back at the risks, doubt, the early struggles, the moment when quitting would have been easier. Sir Romel, why did you choose to believe in yourself and keep building, even before the brand ever proved you're right?
Classic never tasted this good. Habit Pork Cracklings delivers that old school crunch with modern flavor. No fluff, just crispy, protein-packed perfection. Hit it up on Amazon and stock up now.
Well, ako, I always say, I might not look as Filipino as some of our countrymen, but I am really a patriot, no? Mahal na mahal ko yung bansa natin. So, kahit may mga times na matetempt ka na mag-give up, no? Pagka lumabas ka sa bahay, makita mo yung masasayahing Pilipino. They just need a break, no? They just need opportunities to showcase their talent. And for every person who sinasabi tamad, no, there'll be 2 or 3 more na mas masisipag. So, just have to be diligent in finding them. And the biggest reason, I'm not religious, but I might be siguro what you may call spiritual na in this aspect. Ang paniwala ko kasi dati pa everything is from God. So all from God, all for God. I always remind myself, it's all from God, it's all for God. Hindi yan para sa akin, hindi yan galing sa akin. So everything that I have, it's all from God. So it's meant to be shared, it's meant to be put into a purpose that is bigger than me and my family. And I sincerely believe that, no? Otherwise, wala kang zest for life. It becomes tedious, no? Kumbaga parang how do you explain, no, yung blessings na natanggap mo when you started as a baby? Kung wala kang magulang, paano ka nabuhay? Diba ito sa Manila, sad reality. You go out, even in the most wealthy neighborhoods, kanto ng Ayala at McKinley, siguro 100 meters away from Forest Park, makita mo street children, nasa kalsada, karga-karga, bata, matanda, namamalimos. And then you get challenged positively, and you have a positive mindset. You start developing a positive mindset of, how can I help improve, no?
Yes.
Kasi marami ng bashers, marami ng critics, so let them do that, no? And I'll focus on what I can contribute. Kahit maikli lang yung buhay ng tao, sabihin mo ng swerte ka, umabot ka ng 75, 80. Do your best, ganun lang. Do your best. I mean, it's a blessing from God that's not meant to be hoarded or kept to yourself. It needs to be shared. Ako, imagine nyo po yung blessing ko na ang dahil kong bansang narating dahil sa trabaho. For somebody who grew up in Valenzuela, playing on the dirt, not even dreaming of boarding an airplane one day,
Mhm.
And now I went to a lot of and I learned a lot. So it's meant to be shared, no? Kasi hindi lahat makakarating. So iuwi mo yung kaalaman, no? A lot of people go home with stories of their travels about, exciting places, but ako in particular focus ko is what can we learn from the Japanese, what can we learn from the Hong Kong people, what can we learn from the Koreans, etc.,
Mhm.
etc. And how do we translate it into something of value here in the Philippines? Bukod sa kwento, di ba? So, yun siguro, that will explain a lot about
Yeah.
myself.
I think pagka yung business mo is naging okay na, nagiging iba na talaga yung perspective mo, eh. You're becoming socially focused na, how to help people, your social responsibility is being open, yung personal goal mo or your personal agenda mo, you satisfied it, and then now you have the chance to do it, and you're able, you have the capacity, yun na yung mindset mo na, yung pagtulong na sa iba. Napakagaling, napakaganda po nung sinabi ni Sir Romel. This is my last question, and then after this, you could say some words to our viewers and listeners. If there's if there are people who you wanna say thank you to, sino po sila?
Well, yung ano ko, no, number one, yung inspiration ko sa negosyo, yung lolo ko, no, because imagine, I always, even during the pandemic, the toughest times, I always go back to my lolo, no. Imagine somebody who's at that time siya noon 20 years old, 21, had to leave their family in China, knowing that they will not go back again. Yun yung paborito kong storya ng lolo. Alam nila hindi na sila babalik, no?
Mhm.
Imagine that, no? And then going to a country where they don't even know how to speak the native language. No? And yet he was able to put up a roadside pansiteria. Then yung lola ko, pag makita mo, magugulat ka paano na pasagot ng lolo ko, eh. Kasi ang liit ng lolo ko, mga 5'5" lang lolo ko. Yung lola ko, mga 5'9" na tayo, no? So, and then, I mean, all of these amazing things na nakikita, up to now, vivid sa isip ko, nagagawa siya ng fish balls from scratch, broth, creative siya. Hindi kami bumibili ng gas kasi meron kaming, alam mo yung kusot, yung sawdust, no?
Pinagtabasahan ng ano,
Yun ang panluto namin, no? Gumawa siya ng pugon na 3 layers, no? Kaya yung broth namin, very, ano yun, 3 araw na yun, eh, bago i-serve. Imagine mo yung lasa. So anyways, and then also my mom, I learned yung entrepreneurship, ironically, ang naka-observe at nakamana ng entrepreneurial spirit sa lolo ko, yung nanay ko, eh. Manugang. Because my dad naman, I learned leadership and public service sa kanya. Police kasi yung tatay ko, eh, no? So,
Mhm.
so yung pagsisilbi, no, in leadership, nakikita ko how he was respected by the community because he didn't, he was not the, no. Kumbaga, he was always respected by the people in the community. So a combination of all of these things and, business mentors as well. I'm always thankful sa mga business mentors ko. Up to now, I go out. If there's one tip that I can leave to entrepreneurs is that you have to make your learning journey intentional.
Mhm.
Kailangan naghahanap ka ng mga tao mas magaling sa'yo, and then you
Mhm.
invite them for coffee, for lunch, no? Ask for their time, libre mo, mag-invest ka, no?
Mhm.
Pa-lunch mo sila, pa-dinner mo, and then pick their brains, no? I play basketball
Yeah.
intentionally with people who are diverse,
Yes.
no? Bankers, because hindi ako marunong dati hanggang ngayon naman, hindi ako ganun kagaling sa mga, banking, no? Banking subject matter, but I learned over the years of playing basketball with them. In
Uh-huh.
between games, I ask them questions or things that I don't understand. No? But you have to make your learning journey intentional. So I think yung interpretasyon ko ng buhay ng lolo ko, ng nanay ko, ng tatay ko, ng mga business mentors, I look at things positively. I don't waste time looking at the negative traits of people.
Yes.
If they have negative traits, then don't pick it up. Lang yung positibo sa kanila. Then you combine, everything. So, yun lang po. And sabi mo nga, parting words. Well, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank God, no, for blessing me with 54 years of life. A
Mhm.
life that's very exciting, ups and downs. Maaga ako nag-fail, eh. Yun yung parating kong pinagpapasalamat. Nag-fail ako, mga ano lang ako, siguro 30 years old. 31,
Mhm.
32. So, nakaano pa ako, naka-recover pa ako. And all the valuable lessons in life. Sa mga nagbabalak po, magnegosyo, head, heart, bago yung hand. No? Kailangan empower mo yung ano mo, no? I-inspire mo yung puso mo with the right inspiration, right, guidance, right people around you, and then empower your mind with the right knowledge, podcast, libro, hanggang ngayon, yung sa traffic, di ako naaasar kasi I have more time to listen to podcast,
Yes. Yes.
and be intentional about your curriculum. Ano lang yung mga papakinggan mong podcast, about leadership, about business, about economy, kung ano man. Be intentional about your curriculum, and basically yun yung yung may impart ko sa lahat, na life can be very exciting, but it depends on you kung ano yung gusto mong gawin.
Thank you very much, Mr. Romel Nang of Buffalo Wings and Things. Maraming salamat po. Napakaganda ng istorya, and one last question na lang po. Kailan niyo po isusulat yung libro niyo?
Well, si Mr. Chinkitan is helping me with that now. So
There you go. I
finally,
knew it.
na-delay lang po nung pandemic because I felt that we had to do yung mga podcast, mga live stream nung pandemic. So we did that. We have 180 episodes on YouTube, the Resto Coach, and it's still up there. Sa Facebook yata nagbabawas na sila ng videos there. So, but the book is upcoming. Malapit na.
Yes. Mr. Romel Nang, an inspiration, a Filipino, and soon going to be an international brand. Thank you again, sir. Maraming salamat po.
Po.
Okay,
God bless.
bye.